Hi guys, and welcome back to Dan's Kitchen Garden Allotment. Today we're going to do the August allotment tour. So the first thing I'm going to do is put pictures up of the last two tours that I did at the allotment, and then I'm going to go straight to the allotment and show you what it looks like now. Just bearing in mind it was sunny back then and now it's miserable. Don't worry, it is still August. So let's go. So I just showed you the last two videos that I took of the July allotment tour. This is the August allotment tour. As you can see, grey sky, but the allotment is coming along really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off at the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts this year seems like there isn't much whitefly around. I haven't been affected at all by whitefly on any of my cabbages or brassicas. I can see a few being bitten, but I know that's by slugs. So this year it seems like it's going to be a good year for the Brussels sprouts, as well as everything else. What we shall do is just turn to the little fruit area we have. We've got a few raspberries growing on there. I'll probably just leave them for the birds because I've had quite a few of them. The rhubarb is starting to die down now and thin out a little bit, so I'll probably get one more crop up for that, and that will be it for this year. The courgettes, as you can see, this was the plan this year. The courgettes, I haven't given them a lot of open ground to grow in, because if you give them a lot of open ground to grow in, you get so many courgettes, you're picking them daily. Doing them this way, I seem to only have about 4 or 5 a week, which is absolutely fantastic. Last year I had so many courgettes I didn't know what to do. But this is the winter pumpkin, seems to be dying down now. As you can see, the leaves are starting to brown up and shrivel up, and I think that's just down to the weather that we've had over the last week or so, telling it that the plant is ready to die for the winter. Now we're going to move on to tomatoes. As you've known from the previous couple of videos, we've had quite a few harvested from this tomato plant. Still waiting for the stake tomatoes. And you remember them Tesco tomatoes I put in? They seem to be okay at the moment. We'll have to see what they turn out like at the end of the season, and if they do go red, or will I have a lot for green tomato chutney. So that seems to be okay. They're still flowering on top, but I don't think they're going to produce any more tomatoes at this late stage. I didn't cut out the tops of these ones from Tesco's. This is the sorry, I'm trying to think. This is the spaghetti squash. I did have a look at the packet when I got home from the last review, and it is a winter variety. So it means that there'll be a later cropping plant. As you can see, they're just starting now. If I zoom you in, just starting to get fruit on now. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll start having fruit from the spaghetti squash. They've grown so fast. They're quite big, so I'm quite happy with them. The sweet corn, there'll be a video coming out very shortly just on this sweet corn. As you can see, we've had some very high winds the last few days, and the sweet corn was all flat. That was about 3 days ago, so I've had to come up and put a load of caging in, try and bring them all back up standing. The problem is we have a wind come straight across from the park and it hits the sweet corn. So next year what I might do is move them to a different bed, or put some surrounding around them. So we'll move now to the squash beds. Them curly courgettes, we've had quite a good crop of them this year. Absolutely fantastic crop. They're quite a salty vegetable. It's quite a nice vegetable actually. Normally I fry them in a little bit of garlic and onion, but they're really nice. As you can see, the weeds are starting to take over due to the amount of rain we've had over the last couple of weeks, but what can you do? The butternut squash, what's in this, I'm never using this supplier from the butternut squash plants because I've only got 2 this year. I thought I'd be keen and eager and I'll buy them from a place called Trago Mills in Devon, and they haven't turned out very well at all. I've only got 2 butternut squashes what I can see, so I think next year I'll keep them. I'll stay with Wilkinson's. We've got quite a few of the green pumpkins coming up. This one I think is near enough ready. It probably needs about another week or so, but that's near enough ready to come off the plant. The radishes, you can see they're all coming up now. Absolutely, I should have a quite good harvest for latest winter, because you can normally leave these into about November, so there should be a good harvest. These were some more turnips I put in. I'm trying to get some small turnips for the soups and that, but due to the rain we've had and the lack of sun, it just doesn't seem to work. The last of the potatoes I've harvested, near enough 3-4 rows, and I've still got the potatoes in the ground. I've seen a couple of videos saying take them out straight away, but I haven't got any problems with worms or slugs with the potatoes. I harvested about 3 or 4 plants here the other day, and the potatoes were absolutely fantastic, as you see on the last video, so I'm quite glad with that. The runner beans, I've had so many runner beans. It seems like it's been a fantastic year for the runner beans. Last year it was really dry, humid, and we had a lot of crappy weather, but this year we seem to have a bit of sun and a bit of rain. But at the moment, as I said in the starters, is August and it's cloudy like winter. Feels like I need a winter coat on. So that's how the allotment is looking on the first tour of August. It's quite filled, so what I'm going to do is turn the camera around and have a little chat. That's what the allotment looks like in August. Wet, miserable, muddy, feels more like winter, but everything's growing, so we can't complain. The weeds are winning. Don't worry about the weeds, belongs the veg is still growing. You can come up to the allotment and probably weed half of it within a day. So I'm really happy with the August tour. So then, as the rains start to come and I start juggling myself around these plants, I didn't do a time lapse on the vegetables this month, sorry, due to the weather. It's just rainy and I'm more worried about the camera getting that wet, so I'll just stand in the shed now and get whacked over the head by a rake by the looks of it. Be like off the Simpsons, won't it? So then, what can I say from the allotment this year? The allotment seems to be running itself this year. I've had a lot more time at home doing bits and pieces, even decorating for the wife. Yeah, she had a heart attack too. I'm normally down here every summer, but this year I've been able to relax and enjoy the allotment more. The last 2-3 years I've been more worried about getting YouTube videos up, getting the quality of YouTube videos up, and just maintaining the allotment. You would spend so much time down here. I would finish work at 7 o'clock and I'll come down and try and get every little minute weed out of the ground. But I've realised the weeds are going to grow whatever we do. So the allotment is a little bit weedy this time, but by Sunday it won't be weedy at all. I'll be down here de-weeding it and doing my bits and pieces. So the allotment does pay off. What I shall be doing next year is I shall be doing on every video before it starts, you will see how much the allotment has cost me and how much I'm making out the allotment. And people are saying, how would you make out the allotment? What I'm going to do is weigh the veg I harvest, and I'm going to compare it from prices you would pay from the supermarket. It's just interesting to see how much you would get out of the allotment to go into the supermarket to buy it, and if it's really worth it. My motto, my thinking it is, because you're getting fresh air. Yeah, I'm happy the allotment's paying for itself this year. I think so. Next year we'll find out when we do the costs and plus. So we'll find out that next year. I'm also backing up a lot of my videos due to Sean's channel being taken down from YouTube. I would hate for that to happen on my channel. And there's quite a few bleeps in the channel, in the video recordings. I've still kept them ones. Sometimes you put out a 10-minute video, it can take up to an hour. And there can be a lot of swearing, cameras falling over, and other bits and pieces getting in your way. So I'm thinking about putting a video together of all them mess ups. It might be quite funny to watch. So far so good. I'm quite enjoying the allotment. YouTube seems to be going well. I'm enjoying filming this year, unlike last year. Last year I got quite angry with cameras falling over, as I just previously said. Doing the videos, uploading it, having a lot of problems. But I've learned over this last year to enjoy the allotment and to not worry about the fails, to enjoy being down the allotment and doing the bits you enjoy. And that is down to you guys, to reading your comments, to thanking you for everything you do for the channel. We will be growing. I can understand it's slowed down now because of this being an allotment channel. A lot more people are at the allotments for longer parts of the day. So then guys, last word. If you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this video and you're a subscriber but you don't get notifications of when I release a video, please hit the bell icon. If you have any comments or questions or just want to chat, please put in the comments section below. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. It all helps, and I'll catch you in the next one.